Alright, we are go. Hey everybody. Hey Snake, how are you?
I always forget to unmute the mic. One of these days I'll get that right.
That was me last week.
It's usually me. Hey Chris, how are you?
Uh,
Oh my goodness. Give me just a second, guys.
yeah. Yeah, I hope your dinner was good, Steak. I haven't had my dinner yet. I just had lunch. I had a late lunch.
Alright, apologies. Husband was being sweet and checking on whether I finished my food. Alright. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. Yeah, I've got to figure out what's going on with Streamlabs. Every time we hit go live and you go back to the editor, for some reason it never stays on starting.
Yeah.
Corey, what's up, sir? So, looks like we got a couple of subjects to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
Are you wanting to take off with that, or
Are you going to start with your thoughts? Because I got a lot to say on Prime.
I forgot. We talked all this out. Doesn't do us any good because I always forget. So how's everybody's Monday night? Pokemon fan says hello. Chris says hello. Everybody let me know if what little music's in the background is too loud. Hopefully the husband gets a dog. I don't know what's going on with her. Something's going on with her. Anyways, so Metroid Prime 4. I know a few of you have it. A few of you have been playing it. Thanks to Paul, I have it. I've played it. I don't know what world we're at, but the desert scene at the beginning, and you're supposed to be fighting these Cybots to get your next little section for the key. And nope, I have not got past that. I am not fast enough to go past these Cybots. Is everyone wearing their Metroid hat? No, I have my gaming hat. It works though. First thoughts, first impressions. Honestly, thought you were wasting your money when you got me this game. I was like, this is not something I'm going to get into. This is a waste for me. Why is Streamlabs being a butthead? Corey, what'd you do? It went after you this time. I even turned the stupid stuff off and it's still going after people. Anywho, I was like, nope, this isn't something I'm going to get into. I'm more of a Zelda player. I'm more of a Fire Emblem player. This is really not my game. And the beginning kind of won me over. I mean, it hadn't even really started playing. It was just the graphics alone. I really, really wanted a microphone and to have the camera hooked up and be on some big game channel to say, screw that, everybody who's been downing Nintendo for the graphics, because they just turn around and hit it out of the park. I was actually sitting there in awe. I'm pretty sure if you go back and look over all my video, it's probably like, it's like just so shocked at how beautiful that beginning started. So as soon as everything else got started and we're going, it took me a minute to figure out the controls. I think I died like 3 times with the first boss because I wasn't quite sure what I was supposed to be hitting or how I was supposed to be hitting him. And then I figured out that the visor kind of helps you to understand what was going
Yeah.
on.
When you say first boss, do you mean like the one on Tanamar or the one on first boss on Vuros?
Heroes.
Okay. So sort of the first boss minus the tutorial boss.
Yeah, the tutorial boss was easy. It was just
Yeah.
gross watching.
Yeah.
It's like the Metroid hat comes on and infects him and look like one big pimple. It's just really gross.
Very alien.
Honestly, I would rather watch a pimple popping video than to watch that again. That would just, it
I don't know why we
masterfully
got that
grossed
far,
me out. And I've seen some pretty gross stuff in a lifetime. I used to be a vet tech, so some nasty stuff comes in with pets. Um, and that one just kind of grossed me out. Um, so yeah, this is your first Metroid. So, Corey, it's not my first Metroid. I played Metroid on the NES when it first came out, and everything was just 2D linear. I got bored with it, but I was also a very little girl, so I didn't enjoy Metroid back then. The only time I've really fooled around with Samus Aran since is Smash Brothers. So it's like, okay, she's got something going on here, whatever. But as far as playing the games, wasn't into it. I didn't really start getting into any kind of major adventure games till later in life. Beyond Zelda, Zelda was always my big go-to. Then I wanted to play the cute, funny games or the racing games, and I didn't find like Fire Emblem until uh, 2008, the year I had my daughter. And then the Spyro series was another one I used to follow quite heavily, and I loved it. It was just,
Great.
it was cute, it was
I love
cartoony,
Spyro.
it had a little bit of a laugh. So, going from those kind of games and family games over to Metroid, not only um, gave me another genre to start looking at, it also kind of graphic wise, again, kind of I like to flip off to everybody. It was great. And Paul, I will let you take it away because I know you're biting at the
Yeah.
bit to talk Metroid.
So there's a few things I would say it's, for me, my favorite Metroid game up to this point was Prime 2. Might still be, I haven't played all of Prime 4 yet, so I'm not sure if it'll beat it out, but like it's up there with the original for me, which is my second favorite Metroid game. The original Metroid Prime. Because those two are like my top tier games that I love very dearly. One thing I noticed that both Prime 1 and 2, and I think 3 does that this does not do, is when you're shooting your power beam, you can't do what you can do in Prime 1 and 2, I know, which is where the faster you tap the trigger or the A button or whatever, the faster your power beam will shoot. There's a limit to how fast you can shoot in Prime 4. So far, I've gotten a little past Volt Forge. I finished Volt Forge. I should say that much. But and then my next step is to go wherever else. But so far, there's a cap to how fast you can shoot in Prime 4, which is not huge downer, but it's just, that's the one like nitpick so far I have. Because I like Miles, I like all the characters, which is him and the Federation troopers at the beginning. I like all them for the most part. There's some that I wish they had a little more dialogue at the beginning, like when you can talk to them as they're fighting. But really, like having a limit to how fast you can shoot your power beam, that's a tiny nitpick I have. Other than that, the game is fantastic. I love it. They had the forward and backward dash that helps. I mean, in Prime 1, I know at least in Prime 2, you can dash side to side, but you can't dash forward and backwards. And having that more controlled dodge is very helpful in this game. So in that case, in that part of the combat, it's an improvement. But the rate of fire, that makes it a little harder. So they do some things really well, and some things that I just feel like, man, I wish I could shoot faster, I could kill this boss faster or whatever. But yeah, and the puzzles are great so far. I'm loving the puzzles. And then like the I guess it would be one of the mini bosses in Volt Forge I really liked. Even though it didn't take me as long as say I was watching Nintendo Prime play it. He took longer than I did to beat that boss. I beat him real quick. I just figured out, the little orbs around this like magnetic field thing are getting farther away. Okay, that's gonna make it easier for me to turn my control beam into each one. I kept seeing people in Prime's chat say, you gotta wait till the orbs are farther apart. But yeah, when I played it, I beat that one real quick. The one I had problems with, or not really problems with, it was just more difficult, was the teleporting Cybot that spins around and then teleports behind you and does like a Link spin attack from Zelda kind of thing. That one got me. I think 3 times it beat me, and then I was able to beat it. But the thing I noticed right before I died the 3rd time was that you can basically charge your control beam up, hit it, and then it falls to the ground. You can just charge your control beam right back up, keep pinning them down. That one took me a bit to learn that, I can do this and just basically lock it until I run out of charge control beams with the psychic stuff. That helped so much learning that I could do that. So anyone stuck on that part, that's what you do. Well, that makes the boss fight easier, is using your control beam. Or the mini boss, I should say. There's some stuff in Volt Forge for people that aren't there yet. I don't want to spoil yet, but there is some things that you're like, oh, so that's not that boss. Okay, so, yeah, and then let's see. I got Viola now that I finished Volt Forge. I got that, and my next step is to go out in the desert, and I got to do that more. Because I really, from what I've played with Viola and Volt Forge, that it feels so good, and the sound effects are great. But Fury Green, that right away got me like, this is beautiful. I love it. I had to stop and just listen to the music for a while in certain areas. And I like how it, like, you go to a part of Fury Green at the beginning where, like, the music changes a little bit when you go into, like, this deeper part of the forest where you find this. It's in the trailer. You'll see that little bug that, like, crawls around the floor of the forest and leaves a trail behind it. If you notice when you go that part of it, the music actually changes, and it's really cool. I had to stop listening to that too when I got to that point because it was really cool. Other than that stuff, like, I like how we got, as in the trailers, we know that Metroids are fusing with things, and we don't know how long the Metroids have been there. Did they get there? How long before us did they get there? And, like, there's stuff like that. Like, how long has everyone been here? We don't get that yet. But I'm very interested to learn, like, how long have the Metroids been here? Because they seem to have fused with the bosses that we've seen in the trailers and stuff. And we've fought at least one in Fury Green. Let's see. So I'm interested how long they've been there. I'm interested if Silex has been here that long. We don't know yet. As far as I know, he seems to have been here longer than we have, which is interesting. I also know that one thing I do want to get off my chest here is that I've seen so much online of people saying, like, these characters are ruining the isolation. There's no isolation or whatever. No, that's not true. One, there's a lot of isolation in the game, but the bigger deal to me with that statement is, yes, the 2D games are about isolation. The 3D games are more about immersion. They want to fit you into Samus, in her world. It's so much more to me, at least to me, about immersion in the 3D Prime games, more than isolation. Isolation is still a big part of it, but it's not as big as immersion in the 3D games. To me, that's what they're trying to get across. That's the one thing that I don't see people mentioning a lot about it, because, like, it's so much more to me about immersion than isolation, and, like, just immersing you in the world. That's why I feel one of the big reasons they did first person to me was they're trying to make you immersed in just how gorgeous these worlds look, how interesting and alien some of these places are, and it's very fascinating. I love doing all the scan logs, reading all about this stuff. Some of it is just like, oh, this thing does this, but some of it's interesting. I like reading out the bosses. I like the room. There's a room in Fury Green where I love this quality of life improvement, is where if you miss the boss scan, you can find a room somewhat near there, where, like, the boss there's a hologram that you unlock after you beat the boss, where you can actually, like, re-scan the boss and still get the log, even though you didn't scan it at the boss fight. I hope that's for other bosses, because that was I scanned the boss when I fought it, but I can see people forgetting that and actually getting to scan it there instead. So that's at least good. I like that quality of life improvement. In case you forget to scan the boss, you have another chance, which is because I have gone into Prime 2, forget to scan a boss, and then remember, oh, I should scan a boss so long ago, and then it's like, oh, but I had to go back, and I accidentally saved after it. So that's so helpful. I love that. And there's a lot of good stuff in the game that I'm liking.
So you
Yeah,
mentioned scanning the bosses. I usually get shot before I get a chance to scan the
that'll
bosses.
happen. That's the challenge, and at least in the older games, it makes it so helpful that there's a hologram after that. I'm not going to say where it is, but there's a room where you can like find like there's a puzzle to solve there, and then you get the hologram comes up, and you can scan it there. So like I'm pretty sure that counts as the boss log scan because you're able to scan it, and it brings up the same text and stuff. So I think that counts as the boss scan, which is helpful. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's at least tied right now with Prime 1 for me. Um, I don't know if it's reached Prime 2 levels. Of course, Prime 2, the reason I'm waiting to see if it catches up to Prime 2 is Prime 2 doesn't hit hard for me until like you get to Torvis Bog, which is the third area. The other ones are like, the beginning is not as strong as Prime 1, but man, does Prime 2 hit when you get to the later areas, and that brings it over Prime 1 for me once you get there. But like this game, it's hitting as hard as Prime 1 in the beginning, I think. But I don't know. I got to play it all the rest of the way through to know if it's going to beat up Prime 2 and stuff like that. So, Tyler, do you have any other thoughts about Fury Green? Because you didn't say much about that, like other than like any more like in depth stuff you have to that area.
In depth. I mean, you had like the little bugs and stuff, which
Yeah, I love
weirded
that.
me out. I mean, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Starship Troopers. I'm like,
Okay,
nope.
yeah, I've seen that. That is a
Gorgeous
great.
planet. I'm
Yep,
out.
but then the bugs come in.
The bugs come in.
But I love seeing like little insects crawl off the log with their leaves and stuff. That was a cool detail.
Yeah.
I love all the detail.
I mean, those weren't so bad. They don't do anything but
yeah, you're talking
cross
about the enemy bugs.
It's the ones that come after you. I'm like,
and little plants with little tail whip kind of.
Yeah, that was one. I don't remember all their names. I'm terrible at that.
I gotta
you had
play
like
a
the
bit
big
more.
buzzing bees that are coming out of their little hives constantly, and you can't even kill the hives. It just just keep coming.
You can kill the hives once you get missiles, and then you shoot them with missiles, and that'll do it.
I wasn't wasting missiles on that.
Yeah, usually I don't. I just run past them all. But
I need those missiles for like the Cybots that keep killing me.
You'll need them for those, especially in Vault Forge.
I think there's a few places I didn't quite explore as much as I probably should have. I was kind of speeding through it a little bit, and I know once you, spoiler alert, guys, get across that original bridge into the temple, you can't go back. Or I haven't figured it out yet.
You mean the tower, or do you mean like the temple in?
Yeah, once you get into whatever that broken bridge did you go across?
Okay, hold on. So you're talking about? Oh, that you can't go back yet. You can go back later. Yeah. I've because you once you get the double jump, you'll be able to go back.
What Chris just said. I have not got that far.
Yeah, you got to get the double jump before you can go back. So basically, when you're going before you go across the bridge with Miles, I would make sure you have as much as you can get, at least at that point, and Fury Green before you move on. Just double check your tracks.
Kind of bring up. I almost kind of forgot. Everybody mad at Miles.
Yeah.
Just needs to leave poor Miles alone.
It's
who Miles reminds me of, and mind you, I was like 2021 when this movie came out. It's James Gunn. I mean, leave the poor guy alone. He was cute, a little annoying, but he was a lot of fun and good for laughs. I don't know why everybody's peed off because he really doesn't get in your way.
Yep, and he's only like the only thing I've seen him like say that I guess maybe get some people's nerves. Like it's things like, oh, there's you might want to check out the nearby save room. He doesn't say, oh, the save room is in this exact location. He just says the nearby save room, and then like because
he stays out of your way as you go to it.
Like I
said his name wrong. It was Ben. I apologize. It's Ben Gunn.
Okay, so Yeah, but Miles in the game, it's like he says, "Oh, you don't want to save in a nearby save room," which hence there might be one nearby, but you don't know where exactly it is until you open a door near you, and that's the save room. So he doesn't really do that. I don't think he's spoiled any puzzles for me either. Like he doesn't tell you how to do puzzles, and I heard that from a preview, and I haven't seen that once.
I mean, if it's something that happens later,
Maybe, but like,
all I know is where I'm at, and for what little I've
yeah,
interacted with him, he stays out of the way.
yeah, and like and when you get to Vault Forge, some of the storms there make it so he can't talk to you. So there's a few like static like lines he says that get cut off by static, but like he doesn't actually like yap in your ear much at all in Vault Forge. You're on your own basically there. So and then like once you get like the generator back up and running, he talks to you maybe for twice, maybe like a couple lines. He's
Right.
not, and but it's not much at all. And so most of the time you're by yourself there. And then like in Fury Green, I like his dialogue. It's very realistic in terms of how it works. Like when you're surviving on a planet, you're stranded, like he was. You're gonna be talking to yourself to help yourself keep yourself calm, collected, sane, all that stuff. And he's doing that. And part of that is keeping yourself upbeat. Maybe tell a joke or two to yourself, like he was in the first cutscene. That's exactly what you want to be doing. It's what you learn in survival school. And then like and then he sees Samus, he's probably so relieved that someone's here to save him from this being stranded on a planet that no wonder he's geeking out. The only one liner that I see that he's only said one like Marvel quip that keep people saying, and it's not even that bad. Just it's about to get real nerdy in here, and I'm like, that's the one thing I've heard him say that people. I don't know. I'm not complaining. I thought
that could be
that's fine.
Disney thing. That could be a Marvel thing. That
Yeah,
could
just
be a DC thing.
it could have been any of those. And yeah. I don't see the big deal around that because it's the only. And people say he keeps making quips. That's the one I've heard, and the previews were just the Fury Green area. I've played that area now. There's been one quip. I don't know why people are complaining.
I haven't heard anything that says, okay, he's annoying, I'm going away.
And they dedicated like, how many minutes in their preview to this? Like half of their preview to this? I don't get it at all. Like that is a gross overreaction. Absolutely gross. If I were the boss of them, I would be like, dude, we need to see better like reviews from you, like more actual problems with the game, not just these tiny itty bitty nitpicks. Like I just don't get how that brought down the scores for them so much.
Has the score gone up since last week at all?
I have to go back and check, but like I can't see you giving it people are giving it 80s and 60s. I can see 80s with some other stuff if you really like some other nitpicks here and there that bring it down to like maybe 87, maybe. But 60? That's gross overreaction. There's no way, because that's like lower than Prime Hunters, and Prime Hunters was nowhere near this good. And that was on the DS. Prime Hunters was. This is way, way, way better than Hunters. Better than Prime 3. Prime 1, I say, so far it's about tied with Prime 1. And I like Prime 2 a little more than Prime 1, unlike most people. But I think it's could climb up there. I haven't seen late game stuff, but I've stayed spoiler free so far. So I'm very interested in if this can get up to Prime 2 levels on my scale. Like for me, Prime 1 is, I would say, 94 to 95 for me. And Prime 2 is like a 96, 97 in my book.
I'm seeing a rating of anywhere between 80 to 82.
Yep, that's what I've heard. It's been. So it might have gone to from 81 to 82. But I think this game is so far, it's like 95 for me. Like 95, 94. Because Prime 2 is close to a perfect game for me. Of course, no game is perfect. But Prime 2 is like my kind of game. And it jived in almost all levels. Now I have nitpicks with that one too. To me, I think the Dark World could have been done design-wise a bit better. I think in Prime 2, I just think there could be more going on than just purple. Everywhere was just purple. But I do like how that's the Dark World. It's the atmosphere in Prime 2 is poisonous, so it kind of makes sense. So they can get away with that for me. Also, the ammo in Prime 2, I ran out a lot of ammo a lot of the time in Prime 2. But as I learned, that was when I played it the first couple of times. As I learned to play it better and like manage my ammo better in Prime 2, I also got over that nitpick. So, but like saying, oh, Miles has bad dialogue. No, it's not bad dialogue. It's realistic dialogue. It's how people should be acting when they're stranded. It's correct dialogue, and I think it's delivered well. Now, sure, you might think Miles' voice is annoying, but that's just a nitpick for you. It's not going to be probably the mass majority of people will probably think, no big deal. I don't know what people are fussing about. I think that's going to be when it gets into the more if it got into the mainstream's hands more, I think most people would think it's fine. Fine, he's not that annoying. I think the dialogue is actually really good so far. I've only heard Miles. I haven't heard any of the other NPCs that I haven't seen yet. So we'll see when they come in how they are. But I'll do an update on this once we get there. I've been doing playthroughs, so we'll see when we get there. But yeah, I'm really liking this game. I'm not sure if I like the I think I like Torvus Bog more than I like Fury Green, but Talon Overworld, I think it's about there for me. With how much I like the area, I think it's about at least for Fury Green. Fury Green and Talon Overworld are like neck and neck right now. I gotta sit on and think about it, but like right now they're neck and neck on which one I like the most. I love this game so far. I gotta once I play it all the way through, I gotta sit on it, maybe play it a second time, and then we'll see, how things go from there, how much I like it, and how much staying power it has. But yeah, it's great. I like it's very immersive. Still, I love the music is fantastic. It's some of the best music in the series. I think the title screen the music on the title screen is great. The look of the title screen, I think it doesn't live up to like Prime 1 and 2. I think it's around Prime 3, probably better than Prime 3's title screen in terms of just how much I like it. And that could be the music as well. I'll have to sit on that as well and see how I like it down the road. But Prime 2's title screen is still peak for me of Metroid title screens. I love Prime 2's intro to the title screen stuff. It's just fantastic. And then Prime 1 is a close second in terms of the title screen. But yeah. And we'll see as time goes on how much I like other stuff, parts of the game.
And we'll see if we talk me into playing more.
Yeah. I'm going to try to continue playing tomorrow. That's my plan for tomorrow. Is like tomorrow afternoon I'll play more Prime 4. But I'm trying to skip a group watch I have to play a bit more of it because I want to play more on stream.
No, not you.
Yeah, I'm very excited to play more. And then, yeah, that's my thoughts of most of it right now. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I have to say on it up to this point. Let's see, is there anything else we're forgetting here? I know the intro cutscene was amazing. That opening shot of just the fight at Tanamar was like probably the best opening cutscene moments to Metroid ever. Like it's so good. I love it. Definitely the best in my opinion. To like the opening scenes, a couple minutes to a Metroid game I think I've ever had. I'm trying to think if there's any other like opening moments to a Metroid game that's that good. Not that I can remember. I'm going through like all of them in my head right now, like just trying to think if there's any better ones. But yeah.
So I agree, Chris. The cutscenes have been really good.
Yeah.
You got decent graphics. You got a decent story coming with it. And for someone like me who didn't play 3, I'm getting an idea of what happened just from the cutscenes. So
Mario Master on my side says, I feel like it's the easiest Prime game. To me, so far, I think it's slightly harder than Prime 1. Prime 2 is easily the most difficult of the Prime games. So it's not as challenging as Prime 2 to me so far, but like especially when you get later in Prime 2, that gets real hard. Prime 4, I would say, is like Prime 3 is really easy. I don't know if it's nowhere near as easy as Prime 3 to me. Because Prime 3 is the like where you can shoot like a phase-on Gatling gun out of your arm cannon, and that one's like really that makes it so easy for me to just beat without dying at all in Prime 3 a lot of the time. I haven't played it in a long time though, so I might die if I go back to it. But I've played that game a couple times, and a couple out of those times, I did not die the entire game in Prime 3 because of how easy that game is. And Prime 1 is kind of. I feel like this game rests between Prime 2 and 1 as its difficulty so far. Because I can go through most of Prime 1 without dying. It's when I get to like the later phase on mine stuff and stuff like that where I can die sometimes in Prime 1. But up to that point, I don't die that easy in Prime 1. Yeah, so I think this rests in between Prime 1 and 2 as difficulty scaling goes. Because I've already died 3 times to that mini boss in Volt Forge. So,
Well, I'm
yeah.
going to die at least 2 or 3 times with the bosses just simply because,
Yeah.
again, I'm still getting used to this whole new structure of gameplay.
Yep.
I'm more of a hack and slash, not a point and shoot.
So this game has different controls as well, I forgot to mention, than the Prime games previously. Like the scan visors button is switched. It used to be like part of the several visors you would have in Prime 1 and 2 and 3 where like you with the right stick you would choose, I think is it the right stick is your visors or beams? No, that's your beams. The right stick is the beams on GameCube. In Prime 1 and 2, your D-pad I think is your visors. And those are like how you switch between all your visor stuff. This game is just I like it because it's a quick. I think it's the let me check. I always confuse with the buttons. It's a Y. Y I think is your it's X or Y is your switch right to scan visor / psychic visor, and it just a one button does all kind of thing. I like that. It's a more ease of use with stuff. That helps. I like how you can like either look around with like gyro with your controller, or like have the right stick look around when you're target locked on something. I like that a lot. I like how you can adjust the sensitivity of all your different like types of aiming. That's very helpful. I highly recommend when you start Prime 4, especially in that Tanamar opening area, you mess with the sensitivity of all your different like lock-on sensitivity, your main sensitivity, just mess with all that stuff, get a good balance for it all. It'll make things a lot easier.
Chris mentioned how a lot of Nintendo games start off super easy, and as they ramp up halfway through, they really get difficult. Including using apparently the Joy-Cons, which I haven't tried in mouse mode yet. I have been using the Pro Controller from the get-go because I just had a feeling this is one of those games I don't want to start with a difficult control system. I need to start off with something I'm used to, kind of move on to it as we go. And he mentioned how DK Bonanza did the same thing. You know, everything was super simple at the beginning, and then as it continued to go, it got more difficult, especially the final boss.
Final boss is ridiculously hard for me.
Well, I had helps.
No, you had help. I'm doing this
I had Pokemon fan playing with me. But there were a few places where I was still going at it without her, and I found 1 or 2 places where I think you do need actually a co-player to help you out. And then a lot of the times I was fine by myself. Now, the aggravating thing was DLC. It took away co-play. So it's like we get all the way to this, we pay the $20, and unless you bought the game, you don't get to go on.
Yeah.
You can watch. I can game share, and she can watch as I play, but that's kind of unfair.
Yeah.
Like so I haven't finished the DLC because of that, actually.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten the
I will
DLC
eventually.
For Bonanza yet.
I'm just frustrated because I feel like she's getting gypped.
Yeah.
So, But yeah, with the Metroid games, don't know what their next future plan is as far as, is it going to end here or are they going to add DLC later?
So Arctic in my chat, one of the moderators, he thinks that the characters break the immersion. I think the opposite. I think they add immersion because it's more just characters you can like interact with. I think that actually gains immersion for me. I don't think
Yeah.
they break it all. I think they actually make more immersion because there's people here. It's not just you're by yourself, which can make or break immersion. I can see either way going. But for me, I think it actually adds to the immersion, makes it feel more alive, the world, and I like that. I also want to learn more about the Federation in Prime 4. I've been wanting to learn about them a lot for a while with a good story. Other M to me was not like I like the gameplay of Other M. Story's like and the voice acting but like the gameplay is great. And but so we learned some about the Federation there, but I want to learn more about these troopers and maybe we get some information from them about the Federation. Heck, maybe from Silex even. Maybe he knows more about the Federation than
I want to see
we
Miles
know.
fix Betsy and I want to drive Betsy.
Oh, that'd be great. I will.
I'm
I
sorry.
hope so. I hope we can get
You
the other parts and actually like ride a mech around. That'd be so cool.
I mean, you've got this big ass bot hung up by a
Yeah,
bunch of vines and missing her legs and limbs and stuff. It's like,
that'd be so
fix her.
cool.
What a player. Step on stuff.
Yeah,
We'll be the
and like
Godzilla of whatever world we're in.
yeah. Let's see. So let's see. We got Stakes a while ago said he's stuck or something on the hexagon enemy of the hexagon boss, the boss of Volt Forge. He's been stuck on that one. Killed me the most so far. Surprisingly, I was surprised I could beat that on my first try. I'm pretty sure I beat that on my first try, but I was being real careful because I'm like, I can't die here. I think that was I forgot if I had saved before it, and I'm like, okay, I definitely can't die here. I don't know if I saved, so I'm like, so I was being real careful. And I beat it on my first try, but like, man, it's that teleporting sidebot that really got me. Like, okay, I gotta find a way I can pin this guy down because he teleports like so quick. You gotta use your control beam to slow down time and like figure out where he's coming from.
Right.
Because that one was hard for me. But yeah, I love this game so far.
Yeah, I've got to get more into it. Today
Yeah,
was more of a me day. Sorry,
yeah,
camera's having problems, guys.
no problem.
Because hands and stuff were hurting a little bit after all the
Yeah,
Coco, and then really trying to take on those Cybots. Okay, we're just gonna give the hands a rest. We're gonna do more of a let's read, watch TV, catch up on things that way. Plus, my kiddo's not feeling great, so trying to make sure she's okay too.
there's
But
also
yes,
oh, go ahead.
unless something else happens between now and tomorrow, I plan on getting online and game streaming. I don't know if it'll be Metroid 4 or get back into Pokemon. It'll be one of the two.
Yeah, like for me, the Cybots, I always have to look at like when they're flying around, like if their eyes glow red, that means they're usually about to fire off one of those beams. And right before they fire off the beam, you want to be. They'll usually like their head or their body maybe just like stops moving, and you gotta just when they shoot the beam, you gotta be dodging. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm doing like 5 different things by the time I pay attention to their eyes are turning red.
Well, it's not just it's a big glow, and then plus I think they like will stop in place, and then like their eye shoots the laser. So like you gotta watch their movement and like just watch that. That's when I noticed and how I got better at dodging is I had to really watch like how they move, and you'll see them kind of like floating around, and then they'll just stop and shoot the beam, and their eyes will glow and stuff. So you gotta watch how they're moving. That's one of the tips I could give to people getting
So
stuck on there.
I'm not sure what generator he means, but
Oh,
Chris
that's
dives
that's in
into
Volt
generator's
Forge.
apps.
The Volt Forge stuff. That's Volt Forge.
I'm not there yet.
Yep.
I gotta get there.
There's
Be done with that.
the thing about Volt Forge. I wish there's a part, and I forget what tower it's in, of the Volt Forge towers. There's like a boss kind of rush. What I mean by that is like you fight a few enemies, then there's like a mini boss. You fight a few more enemies, then there's another mini boss. Then you activate the thing at the bottom of each tower. And on the way back up the tower, in one of them, that same tower with all those, the boss rush, there's another like gauntlet of like mini bosses on the way back up. I'm not gonna say what the mini bosses are, but I mentioned one though, which is the teleporting Cybot. But there's another one on the way back up, and it's like, oh, really? And there's no save room between these things? Jeez. Yeah, but that part was a bit difficult, and I died several times during that one. But that's the toughest part so far for me, was that tower of the one of the forged towers. So if there's any like, I don't know if I missed an energy tank or not. I can't remember, but I'll be able to go back and get it anyways if I missed one. But I had 3 energy tanks at the time, I think, maybe 2, and I know I have 3 right now, I think. But yeah, it's been fun. I like it a lot.
And I think from there, I noticed you're kind of quieting down, so I think it's a good place to segue.
Segue, okay, yeah.
So next subject is, I'm going to just briefly mention, Metroid wasn't the only thing that came out Thursday. We also had Octopath Traveler 0, which is supposed to be the prequel to the last 2 games. I personally have not played them. They are on the list of things to play and to get. I am currently talking with Joy CJ. We're trying to nail down a time where I can either get like a small interview pre-recording kind of thing, or have her call in one day when she's actually available. And then we'll get her, information, because she's really good at giving those kind of inputs and thought patterns and stuff. And I would love to hear what she has to say. I know this is something she was really waiting on. She's over here really shouting it out. And it's a game series I want to give a chance. The first time I tried it, I wasn't in the best mindset, so every time I'd go to play the demo, I'd get really bored really fast. It just wasn't as fast paced at the very beginning, so I was just like Snorville. But I think it's one of those games that's worth looking at a second time, especially after rereading a little bit on the story of it and stuff.
I'm willing to give it a try.
I would love to get you on. I know you work late most nights.
Yeah, it's a prequel, right? You said it's a prequel to the other 2?
It's supposed to be a prequel to the other 2. So,
okay. That's probably where I'll start then. I'll probably try to pick it up.
And that's kind of how I feel. I feel if I just kind of start there, I'll just play it, in the chronological order, if not the order it actually came out or anything. But I've got to finish the other games first. And one of those being Pokemon Legends. Legends ZA has the download content coming out this week on the 10th. And it looks like we're going to get some new Mega Evolutions and a little bit of a story from what I'm reading.
Yep. I'm interested. There's a few scenes in the trailer I'm interested in what's going on with. Like, there's a part where, I guess it depends on what your rival is or whoever it is, because it's different depending on who your character is. Like, sometimes it's Tawny, sometimes it's Urbane, I think, are the 2 you can have. And whichever one what you have with you, there's a part in the trailer where I think it's Urbane. He has like this you only see the bottom half of his face, but he looks upset. And I think you see like a tear coming down his face. I'm wondering what he's upset about. I'm not sure if he's like, I guess he came looking for like his parents or mom or something in the city, and that's who he was looking for during the main story. Do we see them? Do we see like an evil version of AZ? Who knows? But like, I'm very interested in what's going on in that scene, because we just did I might be leaning towards more like maybe an evil character, like an evil maybe where like AZ never stopped being bad, but like or maybe like his mom or something. And the reason I say that is because like those are like 2 likely options that I feel, but like it's because like we have spent all this game helping AZ. And in his dying moments, he basically got a united Lumio city. And I'm thinking, like, do we think, like, this is a city that these places we were going to. They're a city where it might ruin that for us if we don't stop them, and maybe something happens or almost ruins the whole. Well, not ruins the game, but like ruins like all the goal we just accomplished, and then that makes like it's like Urbane or Tawny being like, "Oh, we have to stop this, or he's going to ruin all we've worked so hard for," kind of thing. Or is it someone like his relatives that he's been looking for? I'm curious what it could be that in that scene where he's upset or she's upset, depending on who your rival is. But like, yeah, I'm interested in like what's going on with this DLC. And I've seen some of the megas we'll be getting. They look great so far, most of them. I like the Baxcalibur mega I've seen. Looks great. The one I'm iffy on is this new Lucario mega. I don't know if I like it as much as the original Mega Lucario in terms of design wise. Zeraora is getting a mega that looks really good. We saw that in the Pokemon trailer they released. That one looks really good. What was the other mega that we saw? I'm not positive. I think Garchomp is getting another mega, which would be very cool if he ends up getting that. Because I would love that. I love Garchomp in general. I think Mega Garchomp, design-wise, is not my favorite, but he is really good online and when you're battling. So a lot of people use him. I'm not the biggest fan of his design, though. Like, he's okay, but like he's not my favorite design-wise. And I think there's supposed to be a Darkrai Mega coming. That's probably going to be an event, not actually in the DLC. It's probably going to be an event. And I would love that because Darkrai is one of my favorite Pokemon alongside Politoed for two very different reasons.
I would hope so because they're like
they're polar opposites. Yeah, they're very much polar opposites. But they're my two favorite Pokemon. I love Politoed. I knew what Politoed was before I knew what Pikachu was. Because that's the first Pokemon I ever saw, so it's basically nostalgia bias, but I don't care. I love Politoed in both the games and the anime. He's Politoed is just great in general. I love seeing him in the anime. So there's that. There's Darkrai is getting a mega, I think, is what I've heard, and that would be so cool. I can't wait to see what that would look like. But yeah, like I hope either Poliwrath or Politoed one day gets a mega. That would be my next big wish after Darkrai. Yeah. But like I'm very interested in seeing what the rest of the megas are. I think there's maybe I'm trying to remember. I did see some leaks for this, like just what Pokemon were getting megas, and for the life of me, I can't remember most of them. I think now I'm also not positive, but I think there was a bird Pokemon that was getting a mega. I can't remember if it's Staraptor or not, but like that I think would be kind of cool if Staraptor got a mega because in Gen 4 I always use Staraptor. And that would be really cool. I would love that. Is there any Pokemon you're hoping to get a mega from that we might see in the DLC?
So there's a few Pokemon I'd love to see the mega of to begin with that I already have. I've got to get, like I said, a little further along. I'm still rank T. Every time I get started playing, some sort of chaos goes on around here, and it's like, I am reading here on Polygon though. Obviously, I'm not giving a spoiler away because this is on the download content screen. Talking about how Hoopa's going to be introduced.
Yeah, it's just making the portal
rings. We're going to be able to travel through these distortions that are hyperspace Lumios. And then we should be seeing new variants of certain Pokemon like Galarian, Mr. Mime.
Okay.
That's one of them it's listed. And of course, if you haven't already, get the free Dancing Mewtwo mission stuff. I was trying to see if they've said anything else really.
They did show off.
They're just telling when it's releasing, more or less.
Yeah, they did show off another mega that I forgot they showed off. Is Mega Chimecho, which looks adorable and great. I love it. The design of that one. Cool. It's like really. I love the cuteness of it, but there is. I know you mentioned Hoopa is the main part of the DLC. How you're getting to these places.
I see what you're saying
Um,
about Lucario.
yeah, the car. I don't care for the new Megafort as much as I like, because I love the original Megafort. This new one, I'm like, it's not as good. It's still
Could be
cool, I
worse.
guess, but not as cool as the original Mega for me. Um, yeah, and then there's like, I'm interested. I have it pre-ordered, but like the DLC, I think I have it pre-ordered. I gotta look again. I'm pretty sure I do,
So,
but I will be getting it.
5 of the Pokemon that are actually confirmed are X and Y Raichu,
Oh yeah, that is. I
Kimiko,
forgot about those.
Lucario Z, Zerora. Is that the
Zero
Zero thing?
Aura.
Yeah. And Excalibur, which is one
Yep,
of my favorite Pokemon. I love him.
he's
I always
great.
forget his name because on my other game he's called Sharptooth.
Have
Just he's a
you seen
dinosaur,
the
so
Mega yet?
I haven't seen his Mega.
Oh, I've seen it. It looks
Don't give it
so
away.
good. I'm not gonna say what it looks like or anything or know any details, but it looks good. I like it a lot. It's even
Yeah,
better.
I'm they're also saying that Absol's getting a
You're
Z.
right. Yeah, I now
That was
remember. Yeah,
leaked.
that's what was on the list.
Staraptor was leaked.
Okay.
Garchomp Z was leaked. Heatran,
Oh, I think
Darkrai.
that's gonna be an event one. I think because that came
It's
out.
gonna, yeah.
They got leaked when Darkrai got leaked. I think so.
Well,
Like,
this isn't saying anything beyond these were all the ones that were leaked.
yeah,
Um,
but that's all we know really is we don't know what
yeah,
it
I
looks
mean,
like. We
there's a
just
few
know
more listed,
these will
but
probably come in
to me,
the
those are just,
as events.
yeah. I
Yeah.
won't even probably go after them. You
There
know,
was Zero Aura. It makes me think there will be Darkrai and Heatran, and they're not canceling anything. But Zero Aura was leaked when at the same time Darkrai and Heatran were, so those are probably
yeah,
coming in the future, and I can't wait for that. That's gonna be real cool. I am so hyped for getting Mega Darkrai because Darkrai back in the day was broken. He would just like wipe the floor with anybody. He was so good and
yeah,
on like online circuits and stuff. I believe they banned him eventually, but like he was so fun to use, just putting people to
yeah. I
sleep
haven't
and then
seen
like
hing in the
yeah,
last 2 games as far as
yeah. He
we're
was
gonna
in
drop
Legends
this in or
Arceus
anything.
post game.
Arceus, yeah,
Yeah,
but look how many games have been out since then.
yeah. But I'm also that reminds me, Volo from Legends Arceus. I've seen. I doubt this will happen, but man, would it be cool if it did. If Volo at some point in either in the DLC for this game or in the next Legends game makes a return because he just like he's out there. They even have like in Legends EA in the museum, they have his armor that he wore or his clothes that he wore in Legends Arceus are in the game in the museum, and they say a mysterious character dropped these here, or not dropped them, but like gave them to the museum basically, and then just left, which implies that he's been using the um distortion realm or world or whatever that from Giratina to actually go through space and time to kind of get to these different time periods because he got away. Like he's going to be the. I would love to see a kind of like recurring villain for these Legends
Uh-huh.
games, and Volo would be so perfect for that. I would love that seeing Volo return from Legends Arceus as like an overarching villain. I think that would
So
be neat.
I'm not gonna go through and count these, but supposedly, according to Game Rant, there's also about 130, 138 returning Pokemon that haven't been released yet.
Yeah, I think Crobat, like the Golbat line or Zubat line or whatever, that's some of them. I think because I
Mankey's
think we've
one of
seen
them with
Golbat in the
Primeape.
trailers. Yeah. Oh, Annihilate. Yeah, Annihilate, Primeape,
Yeah.
and Mankey. Yeah, those I'm catching Annihilate. That's another one of my favorites.
No, I'm
Is
not seeing
Annihilate.
Annihilape on the list. It's just saying
No,
Mankey and
he was in a
Primeape.
trailer. He was in one of the trailers,
Oh, okay.
so he's gonna be there. He's in
That'd be
one of the
cool.
trailers. Uh, yeah. Uh, and I am definitely catching Annihilate. It was like one of those over level 100 Pokemon that they showed in the trailer. So I'm so glad he's in here again. I love
Apparently,
Annihilate.
Gimme Ghoul's also in that list.
Oh, good.
you
He's
know,
funny. I like him. He's funny. He's the wacky
and his
inflatable
little
tube man is back.
he's
I
crazy.
love it.
Uh,
I love that. Just car salesman, wacky inflatable tube man. If I could make a name that long for a Pokemon, I would. That's exactly what I would name him.
I mean, he's a stack of
Really?
coins. It's like,
Yeah.
or that's
Either that, or
overdated.
if they had done the shiny for him the way I wanted it to be done and made him all silver, I would definitely name him Silver Surfer because he has a surfboard when he runs around. And I would love
That's
to name him Silver
original.
Surfer. I don't care if it's original or not. I want a Silver Surfer Pokemon that I can name the Silver Surfer because that's great. I love my Marvel comics, and that's why I would name him Silver Surfer. He
Oh,
was
they're
all
even
silver, like he
talking
should
about
be.
bringing the Salazar,
Salazar?
whatever you call it,
Um,
the Psycho Lizard thing.
oh, Cyclizar.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's I like that one. I really like the shine. I can't believe I didn't get them because I forgot about that they were doing the GameStop event for like the shinies in Scarlet and Violet, and they screwed that up so bad. I went to the store when I could, but they were already out of all the event card things. And I really wanted this shiny. I think it's Koraidon, the one from Scarlet, the legendary, because
Yeah.
it looks so cool when it's a shiny, and I missed it. I wanted
I
that
like
so bad.
Myriadon myself.
Miraidon? You like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
However you can say it.
Yeah. There's
Everybody says things
Miraidon, the
different.
future one, and Koraidon, the past. And I like the past shiny, but I like the regular one is Miraidon. I still like more because he's got like jet feet. He's got like jet engines for legs. I love that. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be playing the ZA DLC whenever I have a break from Prime 4. But like that, and also I gotta finish Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. I gotta finish. So those two games
Well, I
will be.
rolled the credits on it. The rest of
Yeah.
that's going to be off camera.
Yeah.
I might roll it at the end when I get all 100% and,
Yeah.
hit the cutscenes or something. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little flustered. I didn't, at the end of AOI, I didn't turn around and let the cutscenes roll. I accidentally hit the button and skipped it.
Oh no!
Like, so if you're watching this, my bad. But there's plenty of other people who have it out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I can't go back into my, Switch and hit that and let it replay it.
True.
But wasn't paying attention and accidentally hit the button. I'm like, what's going on here? Oh. Tab was having a moment. Doesn't take long.
Oh.
So, but yeah, we had a lot of, daughter is like, Mom, haven't you got this far yet? Haven't you got this? She's dying to tell me stuff that I kind of already know a little bit from talking with you. But at the same time, she's like, I'm not telling you this part until you've got there. So I guess we're going to have to finally finish that game this week so that she can chatter away this weekend. Speaking of, looking at the, y'all gotta forgive me if we don't have notes this week. My brain's just not going there. So that was Expectations. Trying to finish it.
Yeah.
Unless you have something else to add, we're
See,
kind of at the end.
I do want to, since we're talking Pokemon stuff, I just wanted to shout out one more time to Hidden Power Podcast with them and Tabby here. It helps. I've been like, when I was, even like just a few years ago, I was such a shy person. Like, and this has helped me a lot branch out and stuff. Like, them doing their, like, they do call-in shows for members on the Hidden Power Podcast. And I just wanted to shout them out because I've done, before we started doing this podcast, I was on there a couple times. And that really helped me branch out. And then talking to Tabby helped me branch out more with doing, like, me on camera stuff. And I can't thank both you, Tabby, and them enough for helping me branch out because this has been a blast to do. So, and everyone here was supporting. I thank you guys too. It's been great fun, and I really enjoy doing this. But yeah, that's it for
leading off
Pokemon.
of that. Honestly, if it hadn't been for the community that we have, I probably wouldn't have ventured for this.
Okay.
Like you, I'm not very like being the center of attention. I definitely don't like myself on camera. I don't like hearing my voice. It's like,
yeah.
So that's been coming out of my comfort zone to learn to uh, to accept, you know, what is and just go on with it. Learn to have fun with it. Learn
That's the
to
big thing.
uh,
Learn to have
talk to
fun.
people who aren't directly in front of me because I'm seeing a camera. I don't see you all. So I'm having to learn how to have a conversation without having a conversation. And that's a little different for me. It's one thing to write a story out or to, read lines or something, but to just carry a conversation through camera feed with my co-host, or you all are typing your questions and answers in. It's different. It's a little uh, it's a learning curve for me. Never saw myself as any kind of host. In my head, I keep thinking radio host. I don't know why they're similar, but it's
A
not the
little bit, yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, I mean,
But as a little girl, I had dreams of doing things, but what always stopped me was the fact that I had huge stage fright.
I
In
definitely
fact, I
know
would
that,
be,
especially in school.
yeah, I would get super sick, nauseous.
Yeah.
In fact, the last 2 years I did choir, I missed the last two concerts both years
So
because I just couldn't handle it.
when I went to, I think it was in middle school, when they had choir, I would just let everyone else do it, and I would be like, just mouthing the words. I wouldn't even doing it at all. I would just like be like moving my mouth around, hoping they would think I'm doing it because like I panic.
I'm gonna
I
box your ears
panicked
next
right
time I
then.
see you.
I panicked right then because it'd be
Do
all
you
of us
know how
on
many
stage
times?
being like, I'll be like, yeah, I'm just gonna try to make it look like I'm singing because I
That was
I I, I can't do
my
that.
choir group. Seventh and eighth grade year, we had a different teacher than sixth grade, and she gave out these little certificate kind of things for whoever had um, helped their group the most as far as being lead vocal or the
Hmm.
loudest vocal that everybody was following. And I lost out 2 years in a row because of a person doing that. Somehow she was getting all the votes and wasn't singing. She
Oh
just
my
sitting there
gosh.
moving her mouth. Pissed me
I
off.
too I got real stage fright. I just panicked.
Well, that was
What
the
do I
other
do?
thing that kind of discouraged me to continue in choir. I was like, nope, not doing it. I'm not
Yeah.
playing this political social bullcrap. It's just not me. Why someone else got credit for someone else's work all the time, and they sat there and said nothing.
Yep.
And I was like, no, not doing it.
Yeah, back in the day, it was such a at least in my schools that I was in, it's always a popularity contest. Why? Why do it have to be like that?
That's every school. It's not just
I
your
just
school. It is every school.
I don't know why people think that way. Even in high school, I'm not thinking this
Yeah,
way. Why are people doing this? It's
yeah.
so
And I know people who
it
never got
makes
out
people
of that.
mean.
Honestly, once they graduated, it was like,
It's like who
they're
cares
still
all
in
of a
these little
sudden?
cliques. They're still got to be popular. That's just not who I am. I never was.
Yeah,
Um,
I didn't feel popular at all. In fact, there's
oh,
certain
I
times
didn't
in
want to be popular.
yeah, I like you said, you don't like being in the center of attention. I usually
No.
don't, but like there's times when it comes to like certain topics, I'm like, oh, I gotta talk about this, like Metroid.
And he's definitely come out of that shy stage about those topics.
Oh yeah, when it comes to just,
um,
it makes it easier when I have like friends like us talking just for fun. It makes it
yeah,
so
I
much
think it makes
easier,
a difference.
especially once you get
And
used to it.
most of our community are the same kind of geeky nerds that we are.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
being there is just cool
they're
now.
real people. They're not out here being the biggest beauty queen or Hollywood's most famous actor. They're
Trying to be the
working
toughest
moms,
person
dads.
around. That usually turns out to be a
Yeah.
mean person.
I
Oh man,
mean,
at least in my high school. Man,
I avoided those people.
yeah, I remember someone coming up to me in the gym at the school. I was trying to do the bench press. They came behind me. I'm not gonna say who it was. I don't want to have people going after him. But like the guy just comes up behind me, yells in my ear. Like after he sneaks up behind me, I almost dropped the bench press on myself. That can kill you. I'm like, and I had to put it back. And I'm like, dude, what the f do you think you're doing? I yelled at him so much after that. Like I am not standing for that. Oh man, I'm not gonna say who it was because that would be mean. I'm not that kind of person. I don't need to
I doubt
get
they're going to be on
someone.
here anyways.
Yeah, I doubt it too. I totally doubt it. But I just don't want people
I
going after him.
One of the things I remember when I was first doing performances in elementary and stuff, and our music teachers like, I want you, and you to do this song, that song, and this performance.
Yeah,
Um, she was trying to give us funny hints for kids to get us used to singing in front of other classmates and the
Mm-hmm.
parents that showed up. And I got used to it by about third, fourth grade, and I was
Okay.
all excited for the next year's drama play. And then they discontinued them. It's like, nope.
Dang.
But the end of fifth grade, we did a performance for our little graduation before we went to middle school.
I was
And
stage fright till like middle of high school.
yeah, um, my music teacher made me do the national anthem, which was
Oh, I couldn't
fine.
do
I
that.
had the range for it.
I
And then
don't.
sixth grade came along. I wanted to do band, and my fifth grade teacher happened to also be my sixth grade choir teacher. I
Oh.
didn't get a choice. Between her and my mom, they're like, "Oh yeah, she's doing this," and they made it happen.
Yep.
Seventh, eighth grade year, different teacher did beautiful. She actually taught you how to read the music. But I would occasionally get the occasional solo, whether it's a national anthem or a Christmas song or something. And I'd practice it at one octave, and we get to performance, and I'm an octave higher. So it was a good thing I could hit soprano because those notes got pretty high when you're already a soprano. Uh, but yeah, by the time high school came along, I took a piano class that year and was actually doing pretty good at that. And then she retired and almost had me talked into coming back to choir. And because she retired, I said I wasn't doing it. And it just
Yeah.
happened. My fifth, sixth grade music teacher, choir teacher, was high school teacher the rest of the time. And I was like, nope, she's a popularity contest. I'm not doing that. So she would have had me on solos left and right, and I didn't like to do solos.
Yeah. I can't do
So
solos. No way.
yeah, I'm my
But
daughter. I love it because, in fact, they're practicing for Christmas music now for their little thing that they do,
that's cool.
and she'll go and sing at church when she's in the mood to get up and sing from everybody. And that's been the hardest part about homeschooling is she loved choir, um, and she's lost out a little bit on that part. Um, I think it's funny though. She loves choir, won't sing in front of me. She'll go sing in front of everybody at church. Can't sing in front of her mom. Um, but she picked that up pretty quick. I'd love to see her get into music as far as things go, but it's just getting her to realize you can't just sing for one or two people that are your favorites. You got to do it in front of everybody.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways, that's
but off that
our
segue,
yeah. Anyways, like
um,
that's our way of saying we appreciate everybody here.
yeah, we do. I like the fact that we cut up all the time. Even if it's not in the big group chats, we're individually cutting up or we're cutting up on streams like Joycey saying, no, they weren't real people because I couldn't see. I asked her if she ever tried to picture people in her underwear when she was doing her drama plays at school. You can't do that here either. I mean, because I don't know what half your faces look like, so it's not like I can sit here and picture everybody in their underwear. Some of y'all don't want to picture that either.
Yeah, nope.
Well, hello, Charles. It's nice to have you back.
Yeah.
Uh, and he says hello, Free Metroid.
Oh, hey, everybody.
All right. Yeah, Charles has been away on, I'm assuming, holiday for about a week and a half. So
yeah, probably
we're
playing
just now
Prime
getting Charles back. We'll get our regular routine back on Discord. It won't be so discombobulated. Um, but yes, the one thing I wanted to go over before we say goodnight is the end of the month, assuming insurance and everything falls into place. I am supposed to have a surgery. So, and I've put a little more details in the Discord if anyone's, wondering what it is. My plan is to still make the streams. Um, Paula knows what's going on, so between him, we're going to try to line some other people up to help. My brother and husband have offered to help in places where they can. I shouldn't miss maybe one episode, but beyond that, I should be back at it or at least trying. I've got some
plans
contenders
if
to
you need
where
to
I
rest.
can
So.
I can do a lot of it from the bed.
Yep.
Because I did order a green screen and some lights to go behind it, so you'll see some lights popping up. But I mean, if I can't, great. You know, fine. I know Paul's got it. I
Oh
know
yeah.
uh, my husband doesn't mind kicking in and helping. Then you all will have two ADHD hyper people, and the stream's just going to go on forever.
Mm,
But no, in all seriousness, those two get along great. I know my brother doesn't mind stepping in a little bit with either technical stuff or
yep.
the occasional guest spot if needed. Um, Now he's not been playing Nintendo as much. He's more of a PC player,
Yeah, I
so
get
he
that.
could also bring a different perspective to things.
Yep. And I got PC games we can talk about. Like
See, you've got PC games, um, but yeah, we've got a few things. Excuse me, kind of
things
in
in
the
the
role,
pipeline.
and we just got to figure out the who's, the what's, the wins, and if
Yep.
I'm going to feel like even being here for the stream or two. Um, but even game streaming, I'm trying to figure out a way to make it so that I may have to use the laptop again. Hopefully not. Um, but can at least stream from over there with some sort of camera set up, and even if it's just temporary. Worst case scenario is I'm streaming from over there, someone's hitting the buttons over here, and I'm just playing and no camera.
Yeah.
Um, but that's worst case. Best case is we figured out a way to get the laptop to temporarily work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and if not, we'll get someone to hit buttons from over here, and I'll get an extension cable. We can make that camera stretch.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, everything's going to be okay as far as that goes. I'm probably actually going to feel a lot better once they get this surgery over with, or at least that's the plan. Oh, no, you need to relax. Oh, I plan on relaxing. Uh, I know my mom's going to try to get in down here to help out. And that'll be more help than anything, honestly, because she's really good at handling Trin and stuff. I say you give him surgery. I just hope it's done, whatever it is they're gonna do, and this is a one-time thing that they don't just take, this piece, leave this one because it looks kind of okay-ish, and then in 5 years we should have done all of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell them when you get in there if anything looks off, take it. I don't want it. Just get rid of it. It don't need to be there anymore. Might as well go ahead and get my appendix while you're at it. That way we don't have to worry about that happening either. When they grab us, we grab them. So what you're wanting me to do is go in there with one of those blue outfits and have a camera set up and us have a sword fight with the doctor. A little bitty scalpel. Chris, you're crazy. Might ask him to put a scalpel in the bag though, just so I have something to be carving with later.
Let's see, I'm seeing if we have any questions before we start wrapping up. Let's see.
Ooh.
Let's see. Anybody got questions?
Charles says, I'm pretty sure my favorite character in a fighting game, gameplay wise, is that one guy in Guilty Gear playing
Guilty Gear. I've heard
literal
of that.
pull with his opponent.
No, that's hilarious. I would love that.
Sorry, don't have my glasses on, so I'm half blind.
Just looking to it. Man, Warshane, you've been chatting it up in here.
He chats it up everywhere.
Yeah.
Bless him. Are we talking Pooey tonight?
No. But he's just. He was like, just chatter.
Probably should have put that in his head. He'll go to Prime and start talking Pooey.
Let's see. We got just a lot of like proud of you guys, stuff like that. So thank you.
That's appreciated, guys. Seriously.
Yeah.
And honestly, none of this works without any of you all. Some of you all were extremely encouraging. One or two people brought it up. I think one in jest, the other was serious. And then I kind of just started talking to my husband and my brother about it on my end. And they're like, yeah, this could be cool. And this could really happen. And it's like all of a sudden, just this huge outpouring of encouragement from, all y'all, honestly. Including, if it wasn't for Roger Inyart, I wouldn't have the PC built because he sent the biggest half of what we needed. And then you remembering that I'd said something on Prime Stream about podcasting, and you hit me up about it, and then
Yeah.
everything just kind of kept coming together and continues to keep coming together.
Yep.
We're trying to grow it a little at a time, a person at a time. We've got future things coming. We can't wait to see what happens.
Oh yeah. Very exciting days and months ahead.
Speaking of excitement, there is a poll on Discord for next week's gameplay. Just kind of fill it out, guys, because whoever hits what button the most, that's what's going to get played. If you don't want to play it,
and what games do you have in that poll? Just remind me here. What games do you have in the poll?
So far, honestly, Mario Party's winning, shockingly.
Okay. What other games do you have on there? I'm just curious. Like, what's it winning against?
Pull it up.
Cheers, on there.
Where'd it go? There it is. Told you I'm blind. So, we've got Mario Kart World, like we played this last Sunday with all the item choices.
I love that.
Mario Kart 8 or, NSO 64. Super Smash Brothers. Mario Party, and I said comment which one. So far, it looks like Jamboree TV.
Okay. There's Air Riders as well you put on there. I'm trying to think of other like multiplayer games.
I did not put Air Riders because I don't have it.
Oh, right. You don't have it. That's right. I always forget
that. I did put Switch Sports in case anybody did grab that because of the bowling and stuff. Mario Golf. And then I put other and comment below in case there's another multiplayer game that I didn't think of.
I'm surprised that I'm like one of the few people I know that really enjoyed that new Mario Golf game that they did a bit ago. Like, I really enjoyed that one. I like Mario Golf.
I'm not a golfer by nature. I don't like golf.
I only watch
fun
it
sometimes. But I don't even like to watch it. It's just boring.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like watching it. Like, I love like mini golf and stuff like that. Where it's like
mini golf's fun because of how they've got all of the little things that you've got to go around.
But I also like how it's just, I guess, quicker to play than playing golf and then slowly riding a golf cart. And that's boring to me. When you just they have mini games in that Mario Golf game that released a while ago on the Switch 1 that make it more fun, and I like that a lot. I like those.
Well, I mean, even with the Wii and Wii U Sports, when you had golf on there, that was even fun. I enjoyed that before they did the Mario Golf.
I love the Mario Golf sports games. They're fun.
But yeah, Mario sports games in general just tend to be a lot of fun.
I prefer, in terms of the soccer one, I wasn't the biggest fan of. The recent one. The old one was great.
Is tough.
Yeah. I love the one on GameCube. That one was, it was so good.
Yep. I still have mine.
Oh, you lucky. Oh. Gosh, I wish I saw my GameCube.
I never did buy it for the Switch, but I do have it for the Wii.
The Switch one, I'm like, it's But the golf one for Switch, I actually really like.
Yeah. I've got the golf. Daughter has the tennis. I really want the new tennis coming out. Fever looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Plus, it's got the storyline in it.
There's a lot of people in my family that played tennis. Not professionally, but like just for a lot.
Some things I've got really good hand-eye coordination with. Tennis is not one of them.
Yeah. I also for whatever like reason, pickleball.
I just really stink at it.
Pickleball is fun. But that's a little easier for me.
Yeah.
In real life.
I'd like to see them do basketball or racquetball or something. I'm good at that.
I know. I'm saying this because Prime brought it up. Nintendo Prime brought this up once. I would pay to watch Thunderstash and I'd just restart and go play basketball. I would pay to watch that.
Yeah, because Andre's taller than what he appears, isn't he?
Yeah, but like they're both like really good at basketball. I would pay to watch that. That would be so cool. I would love that because I go to the Y occasionally, and that's what I do. I play basketball at the Y. But like them apparently they're really good, and I would love to see that.
My basketball days are long gone. I've lost any ability. I'm getting old.
I just have fun doing it. I'm not great at it, but like I just have fun shooting baskets.
I used to do a lot of barnyard ball. So I
Yeah.
had an uncle who you either learned to push back and hit that goal fast, or you got your ass ran over and knocked over. He didn't care. You could be 14, 12. You got in his way. He just kind of knocked you out of
Just
the way and kept going.
ramming to the ground. That would be.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple of times we literally got knocked over.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd pick us back up after
Of
he
course.
made his shot, of course. He took the shot first.
First, and then picked
But
you.
then he'd pick us up. But
Then brag about
you
how
know,
he was winning.
if it weren't for him, we wouldn't have learned certain sports, baseball included.
I've played so many sports back in school. My school days was all sports stuff. I've played baseball, basketball, a little bit of football, soccer. I burnt myself out of sports long ago.
I never burned myself out of it, but then that car
That's
wreck in
fun.
2005, you get afraid to be shoved into after you've had
Yeah.
busted ribs. It's like, nope, I'm done. I don't mind playing a game of Horse or Around the World, but
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here playing rough basketball with y'all
Yeah,
anymore.
no. Can't do that.
No, them ribs hurt too much, especially in the winter, so
Yeah.
they just never completely heal. But
Yep.
yeah. That being said, y'all have been beautiful. We're thankful for everything y'all do, and I'll be back on gaming tomorrow.
I'm
We're
gonna
being
try
back on tomorrow.
if I can have the time.
Yeah.
I've just been so busy.
So
Very busy.
I'll definitely be on at some point tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do the same. But
I need
We'll
to
see.
get my house decorated for Christmas. I still haven't done any of that.
we got our tree up, but that's about it.
My tree's out. Does that count? It's on. All the decorations are on the couch. Just need to put them up. And I'm waiting on the stuff for the porch. I did order
Yeah.
some
We haven't
new
done any
decorations where I can
outdoor
go out
decorations
and
yet.
do the decorations there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to more than anything because
Yeah.
I like the lights. It's
I love just
Lights
driving
out.
around my neighborhood looking at people's decorations.
Dang, just leaving your area is like, I want to live here. Just a Christmas light, just at Christmas time. The Christmas
Yeah.
lights were beautiful. All these
Oh, they're
nice,
everywhere.
huge houses and neighborhoods, and even their entrances were
Yeah.
beautifully lit up and stuff. I was like,
There's
I
some
live
like
downtown Manchester. That's
there's some people in my area that
nothing.
just they'll decorate like everything. So there's a neighborhood near me. I think it's called Sunnyside, and like they do like for one of the houses I went one Christmas there, they had their grass lit up. Their entire yard was just all lights.
They
It
don't
was
have pets.
almost it looked beautiful, but it was almost blinding.
They don't have pets.
Yeah, no, probably not. But
There's
like the path up to the door was the only thing not lit.
there was this one place when we were coming home from Murfreesboro over. This one house, beautifully lit. The way they had the driveway, they'd light it up and stuff. And then they sold it.
Oh,
People that bought it have just started lighting up the house. They still do
Hmm.
nothing with the driveway part. And what made the
Dang.
driveway part awesome is they're snugged up against this hillside, and it had two places of the driveway at the top garage and then the driveway at the bottom of the garage. And they had this huge flower bed in between all of that was kind of staggered. So
Yeah.
the people who owned it before just had this beautiful scenery going on. They had the big snow globe with Mickey and Minnie Disney and all kinds of the blow up top Christmas decorations, and then just actual lit decorations. And it was really pretty. It's like a little mini, wonder scene as you're going by. And they should have made something in their sales saying you have to do this for everybody that drives by every year, and they don't. It's disappointing. We go by and there's nothing.
There's there's some houses in my neighborhood that go nuts with their lights, but nothing like that one house I saw in Sunnyside. I think it's Sunnyside, but like it was the most lights. If you've seen Christmas Vacation, the movie, that's the amount of lights they had on their house, plus the grass, their lawn had lights on it, which is
No, what you're describing is more of a Tim Taylor situation
okay.
from Home Improvement.
Yep.
It just goes over.
Yeah. It was just a sheet of lights on their lawn that had like designs in it and stuff. This was years ago, but like they might not even live there anymore. But it was crazy.
Sounds like they had some sort of competition for the neighborhood, and they just
Probably
went all out.
I know my favorite time of year for that neighborhood going by is Halloween because they changed it from sunny side to dark side, like the Star Wars stuff. And I thought that was like they have a little they have like a little like sheet over sunny, and it says dark, so it's dark side is their neighborhood. And I love that.
We had some of the framed out tree and 2 deer situation with lights.
Yeah.
But I was informed that our outside light socket isn't working correctly, so that's not going up this year. And the lights I ordered for the porch are all battery operated.
Yeah.
So they got the timers on them. I don't have to worry about going out there and setting anything on.
Yep.
I was like, I went kind of all out. I did that, and then a couple lanterns and a couple lit snowflakes, and everything was battery operated, so it all turns on when it gets dark.
Yeah.
I was like, that's perfect. I don't have to do anything. The only light I have to turn on is the Christmas tree. So I like that.
We have our tree up. We don't have any decorations outside yet, but hopefully we can get some.
I still can't put my big tree up. If I put my big tree up, Draco will be in the middle of it. So, and Reese will be behind him pulling stuff off as soon as he gets it down.
Yep.
So it's like, no, I've got to. Maybe another year he'll calm down a little more, then I can risk putting it up.
Yeah.
Or gate him off into the living room and not have to have him out in the kitchen. I can use the kitchen. So I'll have a little more room next year to put it in the kitchen. But yeah. Christmas is my favorite time of the year. I usually try to keep music going, but for whatever reason it keeps pausing on me.
I'm like,
I'll be shocked if this whole stream didn't get dinged.
Yeah, I'm like stuck between if Christmas probably is my favorite time. I mean, my birthday's right near Christmas, but it's either that or Halloween. I love both those times of year.
Remember before or after?
What? My birthday? It's 22nd? The 22nd of December. Coming out real soon. Yeah. Can't wait for that.
I'll send you some coal. That's all I can afford. Well, actually, no, that's more expensive than rock. I'll send you rock.
Right. Hey, I like seeing if I can find like cool rocks and stuff. I used to do that all the time at the park. I would see if I can find any fossils. I found a big one at the at Percy. No, it was M1 or Percy Winter Park. But it was big enough to where they put it on display on the nature center there.
Really?
Yeah. It was a big fossil. It was after a landslide they had there, and like there was this big fossil. I'm talking like about that size. It was like, weirdly shaped. It looked like a hip bone or something, or not hip bone, like the thigh bone of something. And so they put it on display there. Of course, it could be just because it was a kid then, but
I've got
it was
this
big
rock
enough.
About yay big down from the Center Hill Dam that I need to split in half because it's just the way it's put together. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
But I've got to split in half because my best friend in Michigan collects rocks.
Yeah. Okay.
She said, I don't care what kind of rock it is, just send me a rock. So
I used to love collecting like cool looking rocks.
Yeah. Now that I know that, I'll go looking. Give me an excuse to get out of the house.
I should have polish them and stuff. Yeah, I used to love collecting that kind of stuff.
Go down to the riverbeds. You never know what you'll find.
Oh, yeah. We had, early on when we first had this house, like, there was like just so many rocks in our lawn. We had to get so much of that removed. Oh, it was so many rocks. Oh, yeah. God, pain to remove.
Well, I used to collect rocks. I don't have any in my collection anymore.
Yeah, we don't either.
I would if it was my choice. But yeah, it's kind of cool, when you do go hiking and you find weird things.
Yeah, just cool souvenir stuff.
Yeah, because you never know what you're going to bring back.
Mm-hmm. I don't think for the parks near our neighborhood, you can't bring home like stuff like the fossil I found. You can't bring that home. It's part of like park property or whatever. But like, yeah.
Unless they're strip searching me, they're not going to know.
That's true. It's tiny little rocks, I guess it wouldn't matter. With big rocks like that, you can't just carry that, put it in your car, and go.
I mean, it's not like I'm going to Hawaii to bring back volcanic rock from there. That's a little
My buddy's been to Hawaii.
They actually do search your luggage now.
My buddy's been to Hawaii a few times actually, and he's taken these. It's so beautiful there.
It is.
But like, I don't like open ocean, so I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. But I love seeing the pictures.
It doesn't bother me nearly as bad as swimming in it.
Yeah, swimming in it, or like, I also I would get nervous flying over big bodies of water, but
nah, just take something to knock you out.
Yeah, true. I can.
It's like, Doc, I need to say.
I'm going to bed, sleeping like I'm flying over that. I ain't gonna be awake flying over that stuff.
And that way too, if it did go down, you wouldn't know it either.
Yep.
One way or the other, you're good.
Oh man. But I love flying. I just not over big bodies of water.
I used to love flying.
I still love it. As long as it's not cramped.
Huge, not gonna happen now because nobody's keeping their maintenance on their planes anymore. I mean, it's like every couple of weeks. Oh, this one went down.
Yep. Well,
that
like,
engine caught
for
fire.
me, it's just I don't like when it's like really cramped in like the smaller planes. Like that bugs the crap out of me. I can't stand being cramped in like small spaces like that. I get claustrophobic. So yeah, I'm just thinking like, yeah, bigger planes, fine. Like average size planes, fine. But when it's those like planes where it's like one seat, the lane in the middle, and then two more seats, that's too small. I've done that once.
My days are done.
I can't.
I'd rather drive.
That's what we've been doing for like trips and stuff. We just drive.
In a plane,
depends how far it is.
People have a cow about the shirt you're wearing. You're kicked off. In my car, I'm the one doing the kicking out. Nobody else is doing that. So, the only way you're getting kicked out is if you passed gas and locked my windows. Then you can walk.
Walk the plank.
Not that I have to worry about that. I'm usually driving, so I don't like other people to drive.
I don't mind people driving as long as they're as slow driving as me.
I'm not the slowest driver, but
I'm not slow, but I also don't like flooring it.
It depends unless I'm trying to
go. Yeah, it does. Like if you're trying to get onto a road and it's busy, then I might.
Yeah. I mean, bumper to bumper, I'm like, people just get out of my way. Don't drive stupid.
It's just I've seen so many people like try to pass people when it's not a passing lane.
Oh, there was a few coming home in that snowy, icy rain.
Yeah, like
the other day.
You can clearly see there's two yellow lines on the road. That means you shouldn't be passing people, or you're not allowed to pass. But yeah, I still people doing that.
And a really high hill in front of you as you're totally going, on the wrong side of the road, and someone else is coming at you.
I hate seeing that. That bugs me. No, not enough to rage like on roads like I've seen some people do. I've had people like apparently follow me when I'm dropping my buddy off at home. I've had people follow me to his house, or at least one person follow me to his house, and then start yelling at us, like, because I was trying to get into a lane merge, and I merged in front of him. I didn't hit him or anything, but it was like too close apparently for him. And it's like, dude, you're supposed to be letting people over.
The day we came to meet you, before I was at my doctor, GPS had it really weird, so I'm trying to find where to... Joycey drives like grandma. I was trying to find where this doctor's office was because the GPS wasn't very clear. So I was at a red light. It was to turn right, but you had to wait for green. So I'm trying to figure out what the GPS is actually saying because there's no clear road sign. Yeah. And the dude honks his horn. And I'm like, it literally just turned green. You ain't had 2 seconds of sitting here and you're honking your horn.
Yeah, I don't honk
honked my horn back and flipped him off. Well, the next thing I know, I see one on YouTube Facebook, that somebody had posted for our area a gray edge with such and such license plate, but their statement said this person just kind of started flipping the bird like they were landing planes. So it's like, so I know they weren't talking about me, and then I saw the back of the car. They definitely weren't talking about me. Theirs was a darker gray, and it wasn't the same tax.
Yeah, that's but
I was like, dang, I'm next.
I don't do that far even. Like I'm very chill on the road. I barely even honk my horn even when I have to brake pretty hard. But like
I was already in a mood that morning. That guy didn't want no part of me.
Yeah,
I was like
it takes a lot.
Just can't even wait 2 seconds.
Yeah, like I just hate that. Like I have a friend who honks a lot. Like,
I'm
for the
not.
slightest inconvenience, he will honk his horn. And I hated that.
Now, if we've sat there and it's about 2 minutes into that light and it's fixing to turn yellow, yeah, I'm gonna honk at you.
Yeah.
But if you're
Just to let
two
you know,
seconds in,
yeah.
whatever.
Like, if I see
Uh,
someone, like, at a light and it's turned green, I can see they're, like, either texting or on their phone, I will honk my horn lightly or quickly.
yeah, that's different.
Yeah. But, like,
We're
other
not
than
paying
that,
attention.
yeah. If there's someone like that, or, like, if I'm coming up on someone kind of fast, or not coming up with someone fast, but if they like, brake hard in front of me for some reason, I don't see
We're
anything in front of
collecting
them,
insurance.
yeah,
They're waiting
I'll
for you to
honk.
hit
But,
them.
like, it takes a lot to make me honk my horn. Like, I rarely use the horn in my car.
No, I'm not as bad as my husband. I've only done it once. My husband will actually sit through 2 red lights if you honk at him, and he's really peed off.
He'll just sit there.
He don't care.
That's hilarious, actually.
Especially in his truck. He's like, you
Like,
messed with the wrong person.
I just honk to like if you see me honking at someone, it's strictly just like, well, okay, the light's been green a little bit, you can go. Like,
Yeah.
I don't do it to be mean or like to like say get out of my way or whatever. Like, I just don't do. Which my friend used to do that all the time. But like if someone was even if someone was just going like slightly under the speed limit and just going a little slow, he would honk his horn at him, and I'm like, dude.
I'd
Don't.
rather somebody be slow to leave a green light than to see somebody driving next to me texting on their phone.
Oh no! Like he's
Or
honking people
watching a
that are
movie.
just these people that he honks at are usually not even texting; they're just driving a little slow, not too slow, and he'll just honk over and over at him. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
He's trying to get shot.
Yeah, like really,
He's
like
gonna
dude,
catch
someone's
the
gonna get
wrong
pissed off
person.
at you. And it was
mean-
funny, but it also like worried me that someone's gonna get angry at us.
We're in
for how
Southern
much he
Tennessee
honks
for
it.
crying out loud. Somebody's going to use their Second Amendment rights.
Oh my gosh!
You just don't play that game.
Yeah, I
Not
don't
around
honk
here.
very much because I'm always
No.
worried that someone's gonna get pissed if I honk too much.
It's going to be me. Take it, Paul.
I don't honk that much. Like I said, I rarely use my horn. Like, even when I
But
probably
we
should.
scared you then when we were, driving past you and honked the horn then, didn't we?
I didn't hear it.
That means your music's too loud because that horn was not soft.
I do play my music in my car. So.
We caught you. Turn your music down.
Love
I
it.
was like, watch this. I told the husband, I said, I'm going to lay on the horn as we go by because I know it's going to scare the
I
crap
saw
out of
like
him. And you did nothing.
I just saw who's ever in the passenger seat wave. Like, that's
Daughter.
all. Okay.
Pedestrian.
All right. Yeah, I saw her wave and then I'm like, okay, hi.
Yeah.
Real
And then
briefly,
we
I did
went
like
on.
that, but yeah.
Yep. It took us
Uh,
2 hours to get home. Everybody was
Dang.
driving stupid.
Yeah.
It the South. If you get the little bit of sleet, everyone just freaks out.
Yep.
I'm like, get out of my way, guy.
Get
It's not that
home.
hard. You hit the gas on the right. You don't slam on your brakes. You just kind of coast it through.
Yep.
I've been driving it most of my life. It's like, get out of the way.
I
Kentucky's
just-
got a lot more snow than this does.
I know you're not the biggest fan of electric cars. The one thing I will say about electric cars that I love, and I'm not saying anyone, but the problem is right now they're expensive, but like, I love the one pedal driving. It's so much easier to drive.
What?
The one pedal driving where you let off the accelerator and it slows you down without having to move over to the brake. So it saves like on brakes because it doesn't like wear down the brakes as much because you can have just one pedal driving. It's
I don't
so
wear my
much easier. I
brakes
just
down
let off the
anyway.
gas. I can go right to a stop without holding the brakes.
You just got to know how to let off your gas anyways on a normal car.
Yeah, but you have to like do that a lot earlier with a gas car, a lot earlier, especially around my house. Like electric cars, it feels like when I let off my accelerator, it's a drastically different feeling than on a gas car. On my
You
car,
know
it's
how to
like
drive a stick.
it is. Well, I stick that. Yeah, yes, yeah. That is
No, I'm
engine
saying,
braking.
do you know how to drive a stick?
I've driven it a couple times, but like I'm not good at it. But I can do it. I'm not good at it. I can, but it takes a lot of concentration.
Proof that we could cripple America, put standards back on the road.
I can do it. I can still drive. It's just a lot jerkier.
I'm just
It
picking on you.
jerks a lot. Like around.
I mean, if we did that and then just went back to the rotary phone and
Oh man,
know,
we used to have
actual
one of
mail.
those. Oh my gosh. We had one in this house not like years ago, but like not as long ago as it should have been gone well after we had it. Or well before we had it.
Grandma had a rotary phone until her daughter got her a digital phone. She hated it.
Oh, yeah,
She
that's all.
didn't
My
like dialing on
buddies,
them.
my friends, like grandparents, apparently have one of those old phones where like you take the one piece off to talk into and have that one like this. They have one of those.
They're called a party line.
It's an antique or whatever. But like, yeah, it's crazy old.
That was back when they had the operator who, had to
Yeah,
plug this in there.
they still have an antique one of those apparently. So
yeah,
I was like, that's actually kind of cool.
They
I want to see it.
I don't know what happened to the one Grandma used to have. We used to play with it.
Yeah,
It wasn't active at the time.
of course, yeah.
So, who knows what happened to that and the old coffee grounder and stuff. She had one of them big old coffee grounders.
I like my coffee. I do. I'm a coffee person. I like coffee. Tea's good, but like it has to be good tea for me to have it. But I love coffee. Oh, I love coffee.
We're talking, tea bags, tea from a can.
Well, I'll get like my cousins and my when we go there for Thanksgiving to my mom's sister's house, and we all meet up as a family. They all have a lot of like sweet tea, unsweet tea stuff, and they get like a really brand. I forget what brand it is, but I'll have that. But like, I mainly in the mornings I like coffee.
Well, mornings it's coffee, but I don't mind tea in the mornings either if it's hot.
Yeah,
done right. Yeah.
There was a tea I think I got at was it PF Chang's had this like cool, really good tea. It was like hot tea, and that I haven't been there in so long. Even though
you need to go back and find out what they use.
Yeah,
because it depends on what leaf they're using.
Yeah, they have like several different kinds of tea, which is pretty cool. I can't remember which one I got.
I think the only thing I've got in the cabinet right now is peppermint and ginger.
Ooh, peppermint. That sounds good.
Problems.
That sounds good. I love peppermint stuff.
In fact, right now, what hot chocolate? So.
Oh, hot chocolate. Yes, I need to have more of that.
I'm going to hang up on Paul and go get me some hot chocolate.
I might have some back here, actually, in my room. I might have to make some of that.
The whole thing you don't have in your room is a stove.
Yeah, well, it's right outside my room anyways. The stove and stuff and the microwave, all that. The kitchen is literally outside my room.
I wish the kitchen. Well, I mean, technically it is if we took the wall out. We'd still have to go around.
Like I just walk out this door and there's the kitchen. So.
Yeah, no, we have to go out, up and around.
Yeah.
But like I said, if I took that wall out, I'd be right at the kitchen. I'd be at the back of the fridge.
There you go.
So, anyways, I know we got off on a crazy tangent.
Crazy.
And now I know if I ever meet up with Joycey and we ever get in the car together, I want the keys.
Yeah.
Grandma driving.
You're driving.
Sit over on the passenger seat. You say, turn here. But yeah, y'all have a beautiful night. Yep. I know Prime's going to be streaming soon, if not now. Yep. I got
if not already.
You're not allowed to say that and not send something this way. He's got a huge bucket of hot cocoa.
Oh, I got like a box of like hot chocolate packets over here.
I've got the box.
Yeah.
I buy the big box, but he's got a bucket.
A bucket?
A bucket's bigger than a box.
I thought you were talking about the box. Oh my gosh, an actual bucket. Holy cow. I thought you were exaggerating. No, oh my gosh. That's insane.
You're going to have to talk in your... This girl likes chocolate, especially in the wintertime.
I can have certain chocolate. Like, I like hot chocolate. I like the mint chocolates that you get from... I don't remember the brand. I'm going to have to look. I'll tell you later. But like
chocolate.
Yeah. There's certain chocolates I have a hard time eating. It's too rich for me.
He's turned into Gollum. It's his precious.
When I think of chocolate, all I think is that old SpongeBob episode, the chocolate.
No.
That's what I think of when I think of chocolate. And now that I got you right where Halloween. I want you, I'd like to buy all these chocolate. That's exactly what I think of when I think of chocolate. Just chocolate
I
bars.
get mad when they're out. Go to the store to get replacement for hot chocolate, and it's all sold out because everyone had the same idea, and it's like, I gotta go to the next town over and hope they didn't have the same idea.
Yep. Anyways, thanks
Chocolate
guys for
was
tuning in.
nuts.
It's
I
been
don't want to
fun.
know, Chris, what you do with those nuts.
I gotta go get my dinner made. So
I freaked out. I'm gonna behave myself. On that note, guys, we love y'all.
bye.
Have a good evening. We'll see you next week or tomorrow if you're on game streams.
Yep.
And hopefully by the end of the year, we got some better news for y'all. So don't forget to add characters.